Over the last several years, the number of space objects has grown tremendously and is expected to grow even more with the advent of the many mega constellations that are in the planning phases. So while we have about 2,000 space objects in orbit today, you can see that number growing exponentially. And with the number of space objects growing, the risk of collision grows as well.
As good as the systems and SSA that have been provided by the government is, even back in the 2000 timeframe, there's a recognition that the existing systems, again, as good as they are, were not meeting the full need. There were gaps in the accuracy, precision, comprehensiveness, timeliness, transparency of the existing products. And so that spurred the industry into action to self-form and try and not replace, but augment the services that the government was providing for spaceflight safety.
Together, the SDA was founded by Inmarsat, Intelsat, and SAS in 2009.
The Space Data Association is a non-profit association of satellite operators, satellite manufacturers, government agencies, whose goal is to promote and contribute to the safety of space operation.
Before SDA existed, there was really very few space flight safety services.
And we're certainly glad that SDA is out there, Space Data Association, showing the initiative to come together and do these things for spaceflight safety, responsible behaviors, trying to help establish things like best practices.
The Space Data Center calculated the various trajectories using commercially available sensors such as telescope.
AGI was selected to develop and operate the SDC system, which became operational on 15th of July 2010, 10 years ago.
And we're very happy and proud, I think, to be part of a genesis of such a system whereby we looked from the get-go to aggregate data from the government and from commercial operators and from any other SSA provider, to have a system where we could bring all that data together, the most authoritative data, and do analysis with that. And that's groundbreaking in and of itself.
Well, the main thing that we do in the SDC is we take ephemeris from all of our operators. And so right now we have about 30 operators. They come from countries all around the world. And we get ephemeris for almost 700 satellites in LEO and GEO, even in some of the intermediate orbits. And so we get all that data in, we go through a rigorous quality check for all that data. We constantly do comparative types of analysis to make sure that the data is good, that if there are issues with any of the operator data or any of the data that we get from the US government, that we can quantify what those issues are and report those back to the source.
That's a very important pioneering achievement, I'd say. And we've been proud to support that over the decade and look for continuing to increase that collaboration.
This comparison has revealed many discrepancies in SSA and operator space data products.
And then we screen all of the operator satellites against the full catalog every 2 hours.
AGI issues a collision warning, technically called conjunction data message, CDM in short, every time they predict two objects to get close to each other. The operator is then alerted and can decide if a collision avoidance maneuver is necessary. Here at Intelsat, we operate more than 70 large communication satellites, and we get to appreciate every day the value that the Space Data Association and its partner AGI bring to us. While we get over 100 CDM alerts per day, we only need to process and act on 3 to 4 of those CDM messages because the rest is really filtered out by the AGI process. The data provided by AGI has proven to be extremely reliable, accurate, and timely.
During the last 10 years, the SDA has always championed collaboration, and information sharing through the SDC system. And it is this model which continues to mitigate risk for all operators. The SDC system demonstrated that we set up an effective space situation awareness operational concept and system. As we would like governments taking over control of ensuring space safety, it's very important that they learn about the SDC system and implement a simple operational concept.
I mean, the fact that the SDC exists, without any government mandate that it exists, is a testament to the people that are working in each one of those organizations and the flight dynamics shops, that they realize that this is an important issue, not only for their commercial viability, but for protecting the entire space environment. So I think it's a great role model, the fact that we can work together without some kind of regulation or legal requirement to do this, and to work together across all sorts of different cultures and countries is really, I think, a positive role model for us going forward.
Space traffic management is serious business. Safety of flight should be everybody's concern. We need to work together to improve data sharing and minimize the risk of collision among space objects. The Space Data Association is an important contributor to that effort, and I'm really glad that Intelsat was one of the founders of the Space Data Association. So here is to 10 years of Space Data Association and continuing improvement of safety of flight.